What's up, everybody? This is Jay Greens. I'm the creative director and founder of Perception Records and also the chief engineer and one of the producers here at our boutique recording studio, the Greenroom in Highland Park, Los Angeles. We chose API ultimately because the tone that it provides is a cut above the rest. I've had a lot of opportunities to work on SSLs, Neves, a lot of great consoles, but to me, nothing really compares to the tone the API delivers, and that paired with the workflow, the efficiency, and the ability for the console to kind of integrate seamlessly in a digital analog hybrid just makes it the best option for us. The 2448 seemed like the best option for us based on what our needs were. I mean, we like to have everything in this production room, plugged in, ready to go. We have multiple synths, keyboards, guitar amps, vocal mics, live, ready to go all the time, and then we also do a lot of drum tracking. So we wanted as many channels as we could get in this space that we're working in, and we also wanted to have the functionality with the automation and the digital recall of what our mixes are like as we go through them. We do a lot of analog digital hybrid mixing. So this particular console just kind of offered everything we needed with the amount of channels we're working with on most of our projects, and having all of the incredible EQs and equipment that is kind of built into this model was pretty important and just seemed like the best choice for us. Yeah, we use it in a lot of different ways. It kind of depends on what kind of project we're working on. A lot of the projects we're working on have live drums, live band instrumentation. In that case, we're using it as our tracking console. We're doing multi-mic recording setups. We have our live room across the hall here where we record live drums, bass, keys, guitars, and we do, obviously our vocals, everything. And then once we're done with the recording and tracking phase, we kind of flip into mix mode and end up doing a lot of our mixes here as well. So we're using it from start to finish. I mean, there's songwriting that's being done here. There is full-blown final cut tracking, and then all the way to the final mix. So we use it in every part of our process, pretty much. I think the main argument for having a console is sort of twofold. I think number one for me is it just makes the process more fun. I think being able to put your hands on a piece of equipment and physically manipulate audio and to adjust a sound outside of the digital world and to do it in like reality, it just feels a lot more like playing an instrument to me. It feels more similar to, the way I can manipulate sound by playing a guitar or playing a piano or something. And I think personally, I long for that. When I'm, working in the box and working digital, it sort of robs some of the magic of what it means to really create music with your hands, and I really like that process. And then secondly, I think just the workflow efficiency is such a big part. I mean, being able to have every synth in my studio, every keyboard in my studio, and every guitar mic hot and ready to go at any time. I can plug my bass in and play, and I don't have to be fumbling around with my patch bay. I don't have to be freeing up channels. Like, there's no shortage of what I need. I have as many channels as I need all the time, and I'm always able to have any instrument that I want to play at my disposal, so I can just focus on being creative. And I think what having a console allows you to do is sort of remove some of the engineering from the engineering, and it allows you to really focus on making art and making great music that can stand the test of time. I think if you focus too much in on the engineering sometimes, you kind of can lose the essence of what it's all about that we do, which is capturing those moments that really are magical. So I think the console just paves the way for that. One thing I didn't expect to find as useful as I do, I guess, is the Final Touch automation control. I hadn't had the opportunity previously to work on a console with Final Touch automation or any automation capabilities, because all of the boards I worked on were older, more vintage pieces. So it was a kind of a new world for me, and really incredible to see just the way this technology allows you to save all of your mixes, recall your mixes, and kind of really do anything you want and just save it and recall it right back up anytime the client comes in and wants to print the mix again or make a little change or whatever. Back in the day, that was a major ordeal to go back to an analog mix and make a subtle change. So it's pretty cool to be able to kind of just start right where you left off with the automation control.